Hey, it's Mazzy and welcome back. If you're watching this video, it means I didn't get to the lake this week. For the last 6 weeks or so, I've been doing a series every Friday of lakeside chats. Yes, an homage to the Grateful Dead's David Lemieux, who does those seaside chats on the Grateful Dead channels. If you haven't seen those, check it out. He always talks about announcements of box sets and releases and, Dark Star, October 1973 versus Dark Star 1971. And everybody knows the merging into I Know You Rider, and I'm making that up because as much as the Deadhead I am, or a Dead fan, I don't know the different times and songs and versions and exact shows. So anyway, I'm pontificating, but I thought I would do this letters to the editor in a way, one of those responses. I haven't done these in a while. I've done a few of these reading comments on videos and responding to them or just reacting to them. And pretty much I think I might go all in on my, the biggest record mistake of my entire life video I did about the Pulp record, because I got a lot of upset people when I made that record. And when you get upset people, and you have a clickbait title, you get a lot of views and you get a lot of upset people. And overnight, I got 10,000 views on that video. So thank you for watching. Despite what they say about clickbait, it works. Now, I don't always do it intentionally. And if you actually listened to what I said, I like the album. I like that Pulp album. And I even blame myself that I didn't do diligent and research it when I saw this as a promo looking type record. Again, no other hype except this bumper sticker type thing. Yes, I should have asked the people in the store. It was the only copy, they had like 10 of these they had. And it turned out, I found out after the fact, and even when I Googled it and did a look on it, or I did a Discogs with that big ass barcode, it didn't say this was a listening party exclusive. Now, apparently, as I said, or I found out later, they had a listening party the week before or the week of release, and you could buy this for $27 or whatever it is. Some say it goes for more now, but I don't buy records to flip, and I do like the music. People miss the point. I said I like the music, and I've been playing it more, and I like the music. The record sounds good. I'm not going to buy the double 45 version. I would like a cover, but the thing that disappointed me, I think people missed the point again, was that there's no side one or side two. I figured Pulp might be side one, or is More, the type where it says More. Is that side one? I have to look in the dead wax, and I think I did, and I can't remember right now. But there's no track listing. You think there'd be at least an insert with a track listing, where they recorded this, the personnel on it, maybe lyrics, God forbid. That's what I was disappointed to buy. And in terms of the look of a promo record, if you're going to emulate a promo record, maybe at least put a hype sticker on the outside. This is the exclusive listening party copy. How hard is that? Anyway, I digress, but let me read some of these comments. As of this recording, I have 225 comments. And I have almost 12,000 views now. Yikes. But I do thank you for that. Okay, let's find this, how we do this here. Let's go from newest back. Paul Bogan writes, if that's your stupidest record purchase ever, an album you like, relatively cheap and limited press of it, you'll be pretty okay. Of course I'll be okay. I didn't complain that I wasn't going to be okay. But there. Next, Christian Condon writes, you're a tosser. Thank you. Carrie Post writes, my question is, how many songs have you written? 0. Quit whining. Seriously, I've written 3 songs in my life. Maybe a few more, but 3 complete songs. You haven't heard them, but I've written 3 songs. And again, I didn't complain about the music on the record. I just want to know the names of the fucking songs. All right, Mark Grout wrote, you bought it for $27. It's now selling on Discogs for $90 or thereabouts. Well, thank you, but I'm not here to flip it. That's not what it's about. The Dragon Sleeve writes, this video is a bit over the top. Sheesh. Of course it is. You know, those are people who know me know that I can get over the top sometimes. But if you watch the thousands of videos I've recorded, there's some are very personal and very, it's a lot of storytelling on my channel, my personal interest in this music and journey in these songs. So if you don't think I ever go over the top, you haven't been watching my videos. So I do, but if you kind of get a sense of what I'm about and my presentation style, whether you like it or not, you know that was definitely over the top video. And even the best of YouTubers, every YouTuber does a certain aspect of clickbait, but it brought you there, didn't it? So I'm not going to apologize for that. I usually back it up with the video. In this case, some of you feel I failed, so be it. Ursamorjum, right? You weren't duped. You just have a narrow aesthetic view than others. Pulp making these additions is very intentional. Of course, it's totally intentional, and it's for a specific reason. I didn't know, and I just wish they could have put a hype sticker there. If I had gone to the listening party, first of all, I didn't know there was a listening party. Not that I would have gone necessarily, but if I had gone and I bought it in that moment, at that time, I would totally get it. But when you get something like this, it looks like a promo. They should give it to you free. Not that I expect anything for free, but it's a promo look. When you fake a promo, and that's been done with bootlegs and things and design style. And I do actually, those of you who watch me know, I appreciate minimalist design and conceptual design and something almost, non-existent. And I guess maybe I missed the point, and you could totally argue that, and you could be right, some of you. Okay, London Record Lover writes, interesting take, makes me think the whole world of manufactured collectibles is bullshit, really. This particular pressing looks like pretentious nonsense. It isn't really a promo, it's a pretentious facsimile of one, except it omits the track listing, so cannot perform the function of a promo. I'm with you and your unpopular opinion on this one. Greetings from London. Well, exactly that. If this was a promo, there would be a strip on it listing the songs, the timing of the songs, maybe like in the Columbia promos, a checklist of what songs that are suggested, the DJs or program or music director suggests. So that's my point. I just wish it had like an insert of song title, song listings. I couldn't talk about the songs on the record, even after listening to it a couple times and enjoying it, because there were no song titles. Sure, I can Google it and I can download it and print it up and have that, but that misses the point that I was trying to get across. Okay, Patrick Sivano wrote, I thought it was about the music, stupid, get over it. I even said in the video, yes, it's the music. I acknowledge that. That's again, another example of people not listening and paying attention. You don't have to agree with me. I don't care if you disagree with me. But my point is, well, watch the video and you'll know. Okay, Michael Mancini, I love your dad. I love the Pink Panther score and Breakfast at Tiffany's. He writes, okay, boomer. Okay, the next one, Super Turbo Blur. Does that mean you're a Blur fan? I don't know. The biggest mistake I've made today was listening to you shit on a great record. Now I feel duped. I didn't shit on the record. Well, okay, I'm parsing my words here. I did shit on the version of the record. I didn't shit on the music. So there is a difference. Yes, the record itself, that version of it, I would have preferred the artwork on the cover of the photograph. And I could have waited. You're right. I could have just walked out of the store, gone to another store, ordered it online, and got a copy with a proper cover of a proper artwork. Okay, Ben Rankins, my buddy down under, writes, you win some, you lose. I'm not going to try to do an Australian accent, but you win some, you lose some, I say. Keep it, man. Those weird anomalies are what make individual records collections interesting, I think. I was on Team Blur during the Britpop wars. I was lucky to see them at a club, one of their early Australian tours. They were so damn good. I've seen Jarvis Cocker live, and he was great too. I reckon the Charlatans, Blue Tones, Supergrass, Elastica or other great bands that got lumped in the British Britpop tag. I do have a few comments of like, you forgot this Brit band and that Britpop band. And again, I get that kind of question a lot. When I do a video of something, people will say, you forgot X. Usually I don't forget it. I just chose to select those specific records in that specific video. I am being a bit of a wanker here, aren't I? And someone's going to comment on that. Okay, 62 Die writes, if that is the worst purchase you've made in a 60-year record-buying career, you've been very lucky, extremely lucky. Absolutely, I admit that. Michael Lisk, you purchased an album that will likely be a collectible in the future, and you're moaning about it? It's not like you paid $300 for tracks too. That he's referring to, I think, the upcoming Springsteen set that's $300 or something. Yeah, I'm moaning about it. And I will admit, okay, this is like a mea culpa here. I'm admitting, when I do these videos, I get ideas, and a lot of times I'll take deep dives into bands or my personal experience at a time, a place when I got into certain music. But sometimes you get something and you react to it. And I remember getting that and looking like, what side of it? How can I play side one? I'm playing this record. What's the name of the song? So that I ran downstairs after I listened to it twice and made that video. Simple as that. Don't try to read any more into it. Bird1 Num Num writes, a record store with a restaurant and a bar? Sounds smelly and messy. Your record buying career? A Freudian slip, perhaps. My record buying career, I did say that, and I used it as a way to kind of put in a box and outline my experience as a record buyer for 50 plus years of buying records. So yeah, and actually Easy Street Records with that bar and diner is great. It's not a smelly, it's a great store in West Seattle. Okay, Marsh Gooch, or Gooch writes, usually I like your videos, but this one just seems like a lot of moaning and groaning. Sell the damn thing if it bothers you so much. I'm sure you can make back your $27 you spent. To paraphrase you, this may be the stupidest video you've ever made. Fair enough. Censor Funball writes, can't wait to buy new Pulp CD. Vinyl is stupid. Nick Lowe writes, seriously, is this really such a huge issue? It seems you're blaming someone else for your failure to ask what you were buying. You don't seem that keen on it anyway, so why not just put it back in the rack and forget about it? I like the record, and as I said in the video, I previewed several of the songs. I saw the performance on Jules Holland, and I loved it. And I'm not blaming anyone else. Well, that's not true. I guess I am blaming that they could have slipped in a track list. So I wasn't even sure at first when I did see it. To be honest with you, when I saw it on the shelf, I thought maybe this is like a 12-inch single, or this is a alternate version, or that kind of sampler. So I thought it could be interesting for that. But I was surprised they're promoting a brand new record. You'd want to promote the names of the songs, the singles, who's on it, who plays on it, aside from Jarvis Cocker. Everybody knows Jarvis Cocker, but name 5 other Pulp members. Most people I know can't. Richard Hawley didn't he play? Or he played with Blur for a while. He actually, I found out later, Richard Hawley co-wrote the final song on the album, which is kind of cool. I love that. Speak of the Devil, Spine to See writes, love Richard Hawley. He played the Tractor last time in Seattle. The Pulp version I ordered is even worse than yours. The cover, front and back, is all white. Now, I heard about that, again, after the fact. I looked up and did my research when I was home with the Google, with the whole computer thing, not just on the phone, trying to find things at the time. There's a blind embossed white cover version that is a limited edition on their site. But at least that has type. I assume it has the track listing, but I don't know. Does yours have the track listing? Put your answer in the comments below. Jaws writes, you and I have seen much bigger problems, Mazzy. If you like the music enough and the pressing sounds good, hold on to it, which I will. I've sought records that weren't pressed in really large quantities, but did have more than one pressing. Sometimes these promo special editions or even off pressings are superior to the main run. Just a thought, and thanks for the post. Christopher something writes, Find a high quality scan of the cover, print it out, suitable scale, photo quality paper, call it Maslow's Listening Party. Good idea. I'm not going to do it. But I should print out the songs and slide it in. I will do that. Mazzy, I've been watching your videos since the pandemic. I think this is the longest you've gone clean shaven. When's the goatee coming back? I kind of in a summer mode of clean shavenness, probably in the wintertime. But thank you. Is that Louis or Louise? I hope it's Louise, but thank you anyway. Electric Avenue Music, okay. You're not local to me though, but he writes, you should have bought it from me. My store still has 3 copies in stock. Unfortunately, this general review and video title leads one to believe you do not like the album, even though you sort of seem to. It's a fantastic album, and I'm worried your clout and viewership will actually hurt the band's sales if this thing goes viral. Maybe you'd like to send Candida some money to help her medical situation out, since she might be losing funds over this. Tread lightly, sir, and Suede are immense. Now, I don't think I have that much clout. And if actually people watched the video instead of just a clickbait headline, they'll know that I do like the music. I do like the album. I don't like the cover art package, but I even blame myself. I even said I didn't pay attention. I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't do the research. And I tried in the store, as I said, Googling it and going to Discogs, and there was no info on it. And I realized I didn't know that it was the preview copy for the listening party. I should have Googled that. I didn't know. And I should have asked. I know the people at the store, and I just didn't. I bought 3 albums, just went up and played it. It was a crowded Sunday. There was a line, it was packed, and I just, that's what I did as a professional record buyer of 50 years. Okay, Tony Hill now writes, hey Mazzy, hopefully you've made enough off this video to pay for it. Now go and buy the standard version and have both. I'm not sure if I'm at this point gonna buy the standard version. People told me to buy the 45, when my friend, if you're watching, Arnaldo, get the 45, it sounds great. I told you in that video, I am pushing away my 45s. Any slight difference, if I'm not doing back-to-back, I'm not gonna notice, and I don't like the flow. Now, in this album, maybe it doesn't matter because it's a long album, but I'll never get a 45 if there are other options, I'll put it that way. Luke Productions Presents writes, man, I really hope this video is a joke. Whining about getting a pre-release and having posted dozens of videos and promos. Are you kidding? My God. What do you mean posting dozens of videos and promos? I'm not quite sure what that means. Me? Well, it was a pre-release, I guess, but I didn't get the pre-release when it was a pre-release. I got it after the album came out. I didn't know the record store had a listening party for this album. I don't pay attention. I pay attention a lot, but I didn't pay attention to Easy Street announcing they're having a Pulp listening party, and there was a special edition. Maybe I should have paid attention and heard that. Okay, Dockery Stephen writes, I would surmise after nearly a half a century of record shopping, you would definitely know a promo by now. It's pretty self-evident there's no track info cover art upon purchase, so what's your problem? By the way, you did get a nice, great sounding clear vinyl copy for $27, so again, what's the problem? Well, first of all, yes, I know promos, but I've gotten promo copies for years, as if you watch my channel, you know that. And in the old days, I did get advanced copies before cover art was created and printed. Of certain albums, we'd get an advanced copy. Radio stations would get it. Some record stores would get it to play in the store to kind of, grease the wheels and get the excitement going. But every time we got a promo copy, there was always a press kit or a insert that had the track listing and maybe a little bio, what they're trying to promote. That's what a promo is. And a promo is not sold. Of course, after the fact in used record stores and whatever, promos are sold all the time. But in terms of what they send out to record stores, what they send out to radio stations, DJs, those are given. Those are given in the hopes to get it play, to get radio play, to get in-store play, to get record store owners, managers, clerks, and people in radio, and writers, reviewers, you can't review a record if you get a promo if you don't know the names of the tracks, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? See where I'm going here? So there is a difference. This wasn't a promo like that. If it had an insert, again, I'm repeating myself ad nauseum, that was an accent, ad nauseum. If I get a promo, I just want a little, like, if they did a mimeograph press release to make it look like a promo, that would have been kind of cool. I've gotten records like that. I showed recently a Southside Johnny radio station live thing from Columbia back in the 70s. And I think I have a Niels Lofgren one too. And there was a track listing in it and a press kit or a mimeograph sheet talking about the show, the music. I should imagine the new Pulp album, Can't Stand You. That's maybe true. Michael Lord writes, I'm not familiar with Pulp, but a terrible idea to issue a new release that way. There should have been a hype sticker saying listening party idol exclusive or something to that effect. Having said that, my local store sent me their weekly new release video showing that version you bought, as well as a regular release with a full explanation. So even I knew the version you picked up was a listening party version. This one's on you, Mazzy, for not doing your homework, or at least not asking a store employee, what is this shit? That's the truth. I totally agree with you about me not asking the store clerk, but they were busy and there was a line of people, and I just should have said, hey, what's this version? And then he would have told me. But I didn't know about it. I didn't hear about it. I didn't see a video presentation about it. I walked in and there were two records I wanted to get. I ended up buying one other record that I wasn't on my quote list. Pulp was one of them. I looked everywhere, looked in the bin, the new release bins, all the places, and I did not see the proper album with the artwork. And I saw these in two sections. They had like a stack of them, 10 here, 5 there on the wall. So there was a bunch of them. So obviously they didn't sell them out during the listening party. Maybe the artist and label thought these would sell out in stores at listening parties, so they wouldn't be later. So it's not an issue to those people, but still having the track list. Again, I'm repeating myself, so be it here. Okay, Jeffrey Rodell says, I think it's silly when promo limited test pressing copies have lesser cover art. It's supposed to be special, so it should look special. I think the packaging should be different, sure, but not cheapo. And if the packaging is plain, then include a nice poster and sticker with it. Yes! Even a hype sticker, an OB. I know we all into OBs now, or hate OBs, whatever. Carlos Cooper writes, so dramatic, geez, not even remotely that deep. 74 Natch writes, also, you're bald. You're not fooling anyone. So, what an idiot. What an asshole comment. I mean, of course I'm bald. I've done videos here without my hat, right? I'm a bald guy, okay? Okay, 74 Natch is here again commenting. You think your copy should be free? 4 question marks. Why? 3 question marks. Because it's a listening party copy? Question mark. Fuck off. Are you a boomer? Actually, I am. So what's that have to do with it? You're in the comments admitting you like the album. Just admit you're a clickbaiting old fart. I didn't say this copy should be free. Obviously, if you do something minimal, it should be cheaper. Now, I don't know how much a new copy is of the new record because I haven't seen it in the store. It's probably under $30. I don't know. But promo copies the whole idea is promotion, are free. I don't say I should get a free copy, but I buy something in the store, it should at least have the components I mentioned ad nauseum earlier. Okay, Harris Pilton. Nice to see you, Harris, here. I've never heard an American say cock up before. You'll be wearing a flat cap, eating a pork pie, and showing 12-inch singles next video. Well, the 12-inch singles may be a step too far. I may be showing 12-inch singles soon, because I have quite a few of them. So that's not a British-only thing, come on. The whole 70s disco area, and then the 12-inch singles, and the dynamic mix, the explosion mix, the New York mix, the London mix, all the different very mixed generations and variations, I should say. Larry Hoffman, looks like you got something special. At least it's the complete record. Just enjoy the music. Absolutely right. Luke Alone, or Luke Aloni writes, Oasis, Wanker Brothers. It's funny because it's true. Analog 33 writes, I've made a few bad decisions in my life and I'm still making them. Rob Walker writes, I guess when you do a video every day, you have to provide manufactured drama. For you, this is an all-time low. Thank you, Rob Walker from Manchester, England. I'm going to end on this. Reggie Fagan writes, hey man, you should have done your research on the variants available. You always complain about people not using Instagram, social media to keep up with record news. You didn't follow your own advice. You have no one to blame but yourself. It's called the internet. Takes 2 seconds to look up shit. You're absolutely right. And as I said in that video, I literally said in the store, I looked that record up and tried to find a picture and I couldn't. Maybe it was too early. I didn't add in the right words searching for it. And even when I went on Discogs with the hashtag, it didn't say, at least when I looked Sunday, that this was a preview edition, this was a party edition, this was a listening edition. It didn't say that. I couldn't find it. And in terms of due diligence, I read reviews on the Pulp record. I did. I read several reviews. I watched a couple of videos, people talking about it. I watched on Instagram people showing it. I watched the Jules Holland live show of Pulp, a couple of interviews with Jarvis Cocker before I bought the record, and nowhere did I see a mention of this version. Of course, now, after the fact, when I posted on Instagram my version, in the comments, people started telling me what I had. And, you know, of course, of the thousands of records that come out every month, I keep up with a lot, maybe than most people, but there's a lot of stuff I don't know, and there's no way I can know everything. So it's a record I bought, and I love to support artists. I've loved supporting my local. Easy Street didn't do anything wrong. They're a great record store. Nobody did anything wrong. I blame myself, and I said it, and I just wanted to rant for a few minutes on a video on it. So anyway, thanks for watching. It would have been more relaxing if I was by the lake, actually, right? So thanks for watching. Mazzy loves you.